peer correction, and that's you let the student correct himself. That is self-correction, and then peer correction. The student to correct his partner or his classmates, and then at last the teacher correction. Yes.
Yes.
The third.
It must be controlled.
Yes, of course.
Because a student may discourage.
If everything in the class should be applied and controlled. Yes. And this is another lecture about classroom management. Classroom management.
Excuse me, before reading this point, we can make something practical about our students here.
Yes.
Yes.
Excuse me, it's not
something practical. Yes, thank you. Very good. But
yes, if you share now, we are applying micro teaching that we simply apply something, and you, with respect as a student,
for example,
you now share.
For example, can you allow me in order to be practical?
Yeah.
Hello. Excuse me. Would you give me the opportunity?
Yes.
Yes. What's your name? Muhammad. Ahmed, Muhammad, so on. Yes. Do you know Samira Musa? This is second year?
Yes.
Yes. What do you know about the spider أين هاتسي? What do you know about the spider أين هاتسي? The spider. Was it red? Was the spider red? Yes? No, it was red. What's your name? Very good, Mahmoud. Very good. Thank you. The spider was black and yellow what? Yellow what? Well, very good. He said yellow lens. You are good, but you should say
Lines.
with two yellow lines. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Wizard. Yes. The third technique, be aware of the modern technique, student-centered activities. This is a new technique, not very new, but it is called new because many teachers up till now can't practice it. What is it? Student-centered. Student make everything, and the teacher is only a monitor, instructor, advisor, tutor. Teacher talking less. As the more teacher talks, the less will his students be given the opportunity of expressing themselves. Teaching English as a second language is not a suitable profession for everyone, or for someone who likes the sound of his voice. Teaching is not displaying my skills to say hi, to say low, and so on. A teacher should ideally be a stimulator who attracts his students to talk. Attracts his students to talk. Give them a chance to speak. And the new syllabus took in consideration these points.
Hello?
Yes. Of course, while training a class to listen and understand, maybe you have to speak more, but try to strike a balance between your talking time and the pupils' talking time. Don't take all the time for yourself. It is not a theater that you are only the one actor on the stage. When you write on the board, you should talk. Excuse me? The teacher, when he writes on the board, he should talk. Not only to go silently write. What is the student will do during this time?
Confusion. Make noise.
Make noise. You should attract them to what you are going to write. For example, predict what I am going to write. Yes, predict first. Predict what I am going to write on the board. If I write a sentence or a question, think about this this question, think about this word, try to understand what is about it. Huh? Think. Don't let them in their thinking outside the class. When you write on the board, you should talk. Read what you are going to write. You can say so. This will help students to think of what you are writing, and they will be ready to participate when you present the new material or when you discuss what you have written. Okay? Technique number 4. Write clearly on the board. I don't mean to draw. Not all of us can draw letters or have a very high skillful handwriting. But you can write a readable letters. Write clearly on the board. Don't write sticked letters while students are not practiced for them. Organized and clear written. A board is an essential work. Don't say that you filled the board words. What is the benefit? What can the student take or benefit or have from your writing on the board? Just to yourself you write? Or the visitor who will come to see the board is full of words? It's not a technique, but a technique that you write clearly. You should practice until you can. We order the students and we advise students and we advise our children at home to practice writing on the line, separated words, in drawing every letter and so on. And I myself as a teacher should practice this, because if I don't know the way, I can tell you and guide you. If you have got a lot to put on the board, you should arrange it in an orderly and logically way, so that the whole matter can be clear. For example, here I should write a clear date and the title of my teaching subject. Then, if I have some steps, logically arrange it on the board. And logically I divide the board. A part for vocabulary, a part for explanation for a grammar and so on, a part for writing sentences, not to write haphazardly everything in every place. It will not help. Be careful with the use of the grammatical terms. Be careful. What does it mean? It's better to use as few of the grammatical terms as possible. Don't fill the mind of a student with words and grammatical terms. For example, this is past perfect, this is past simple, this is past continuous. And ask the students when he gets out of the class, do you know the past perfect? Huh? It's about past participle, it's about ing, it's about, he couldn't get an idea because you filled his mind with similar words. And every rule, if we can say it a rule, every rule has its practiced examples. You give him few grammatical terms in a class.
So we are after fluency.
These techniques,
We shouldn't concentrate on everything grammatical.
yes, I don't mean to concentrate on everything, this is not my point. But I say, if I want to explain, for example, the present perfect, I should be sure that the student knows the present simple. He knows it well and he uses it well. Then